Well, good morning, guys. Hey, it is Melanie Mitro, and I am really excited to have all of you here in this closed Facebook group. When I say closed Facebook group, it basically means that nobody but the people in this group can see what is being posted right now. So for the next 3 days, we are going to spend some time together, and I am going to go through everything that you need to know about becoming a health and fitness influencer with this company. So here's the thing. If you're logging in, maybe I popped up in your news feed this morning and you're just clicking on this video and you're watching it right now, please know that anything you comment or anything that you say, actually nobody else but the members in the group can actually see what is going on in this conversation. And if you want to go specifically into this closed Facebook group, if you just click on the title of the group, and the title of the group is How to Become a Health and Fitness Influencer, that is where you can find videos over the course of the next 3 days. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm going to have 2 videos a day where I'm going to go live. Hi, Donna. Good morning. And I am going to share a little bit about the business, everything from what is an influencer, how do you get started with your business, what is our role, what is our job, how do you earn an income? How do you get compensated? How fast can you grow? What are some of the incentives and rewards? What kind of training can you expect to get to help you build your brand and launch this business? And then also just kind of the getting started right part of it. All right. So let me first start out by telling you a little bit about me. So here I am, right? I am 36 years old and I live in a small town called Mars, Pennsylvania. And I live here in a house with my husband and our 2 children who are 7 and 9. So we have 2 boys. And I'm actually like in my comfy clothes right now in my little home office, in our dream home that we moved into. It's been 3 years now. And I started my business 7 years ago. So let me kind of paint a picture of you of who I was before I got started with this company, right? So, and maybe my story will speak to where a lot of you are at. I feel like when we make a shift in our career or we make a shift in our life, we're making a shift because of something that has happened to us. You know, so for me, I went to school, I went and got my undergraduate degree in psychology. I got my master's degree in special education. I found my husband. We met in college. We got married once we both had jobs and we were out on our own. We bought our first townhouse together and literally were stretching ourselves like to the max. I think there was probably about $100 left over at the end of the month once we paid all the bills and we did all of our expenses for the month. And so, you know, as a young, newly married couple, we weren't struggling, but we were kind of living the average life, you know, where you just live paycheck to paycheck. You put things on credit cards. You just kind of hope and pray that nothing breaks, and you try to save as much as you can in a little bit of a nest egg. And when we started to talk about having a family, you know, I always expressed that I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. I really wanted to be home with my kids. And that was sort of something like I grew up thinking about, was like, I want to be able to raise my children. I don't want to have to work full time. And so that was always the plan. And as we sort of started to work towards that goal, we were saving, we were trying to cut corners. When we had our first son, Landon, I went part-time and I still worked a little bit, just a few days a week. And then once we had Bryce, I decided that was it. I was going to stay home. And so here I was, stay-at-home mom, no money, no clothes that fit, because I was carrying a good 30 pounds around after having the boys that I could not get rid of. Good morning. Hi, Donna and Yuliana and Kaylee. Good morning. And so I was struggling. I was struggling with my self-confidence, because here now I have this body that has morphed and changed, and it's birthed 2 beautiful baby boys, but it was definitely not the same body. My clothes didn't fit the same way. I didn't have the money to go out and just go shopping and buy myself something new. We didn't have the money to go to a gym, you know, and so just all of these things. I just sort of was like down in the dumps about myself, very much so. My confidence just tanked. I felt gross. I sort of lost my identity in becoming a mom, and I don't think I realized how much I enjoyed that sense of purpose and fulfillment of working until I started working with this company. And so in July of 2011, after my coach actually found me and invited me to do an accountability group with her. And I went through Insanity, the home fitness program Insanity. How many of you know who Shaun T is? I was like, gosh, these home fitness programs, they don't work. And honestly, when my coach invited me to join, in the back of my mind, I was like, these people are photoshopped. You can't really get results. This kind of stuff doesn't work. And, I'll do it because I really don't know what else to do, but I don't believe that it's actually going to work. But I was so desperate in the same sense that I was like, all right, I'm going to give it all I have. Like, I'm going to give it the full 60 days. I'm going to do it to the T, and I'm going to see what happens. And unbelievable, but it actually worked. And I started losing weight and the inches were coming off, and I learned how to fuel my body with really great food. And this is where I learned about nutrition and quality foods, and really kind of and it really educated myself on clean eating. And then I found myself wanting to share it with anybody that would listen. I was like, oh my gosh, do you know how to read nutrition labels? And do you know how much, protein, what's a serving of protein should look like? How much water you should drink per day? And oh my gosh, I found these healthy recipe swaps. If you use sour cream instead of Greek yogurt, and so I started to really just find myself naturally educating people, naturally talking about the product because it worked for me. And I went on to say, okay, I've done Insanity, but now I want to do some strength training. And that's really where I started working out with Tony Horton and doing P90X. And I was like, wow, oh my gosh, women can lift weights. And if you don't know how to do a pull-up, you can use an over-the-door attachment. And again, I found myself, those were my social media posts. And so what I was doing is I was actually sharing my love for the support system, the community, the products. And because I was somebody that was doing it and getting good results, I was willing to shout it from the rooftops because I was product confident. Now, that's what an influencer is. Whether you are going to be somebody who shares skincare, whether you're somebody that does essential oils, whether you're somebody that's a blogger, a fashion blogger, you're writing reviews based on things that you're currently doing and things that you love. And what makes an influencer so influential is that you're giving advice. You're not just saying, buy my product, buy my product, buy my product, but you're saying, this is what I'm doing. This is my daily routine. This is how I make fitness a part of my lifestyle, even while working a full-time job, even while having children or a spouse that doesn't really care about nutrition or fitness, or while I'm traveling or on vacation. This is how I modify the workout when I have an injury. This is what I do when, I feel like I've overdone it. This is how I get myself back on track. And so you're naturally sharing your life. And when you become a part of this business, it's not that everything else stops and you are just a health and fitness influencer. You're still all of the other things that define you. This is just an added service that you get to provide. And the company that you get to pair up with is called Team Beachbody. And Team Beachbody is a company that has an entire library of products in there that have everything from high intensity interval to cardio, just basic cardio, to PiYo, which is Pilates and yoga inspired, to just nutritional programs like the 2B Mindset, to our 3-week yoga retreat, to Hammer and Chisel, to 80-day obsession, which is timing of your nutrition. We've got something for every single person. And we also have a comprehensive nutrition program that goes with each program. And then the thing that makes us so different is that we've got a community of support. So those of you that follow the Tone It Up girls, they've got an incredible community, right? This community. And that's what we are. We are a community of individuals that work together to support the people that purchase our products and our programs to help them get results. We match them up with the fitness program. They've got the nutrition plan. They go into our community. And then we together are obviously leading by example, sharing things that are working for us, supporting our people to reach their goals. And we're using our social media to grow that scope of influence. And that's really what I'm going to talk to you guys about over the next couple of days. All right. So I want you also to know you don't even have to have a social media platform or voice or be influential at this point. When I started this business, I had less than 100 friends on Facebook. I had 0 followers on Instagram because I actually did not even have an Instagram account at that time. And so I grew everything organically. And now I've really learned how to kind of grow into myself as far as this influencer role goes, and the algorithms and social media and tagging and blogging. And those are all of the things that I am going to share with you today. All right. So here's what I want you guys to do. Drop me a comment below. I just want to give you an overview of who I am. And one more thing. Over the past 7 years, I have been able to take my business from zero to the top in the company. I have actually been the top influencer in the organization for the past 4 years, growing my following to over 70,000 on Instagram, growing my Facebook page over 50,000, over 60,000 personal followers. So I've got that credibility there, that experience, that consistency, that dedication, the discipline, 7 years of experience in watching the trends of Facebook and Instagram and blogging change. And I want you to have complete confidence that I will be able to lead you and show you how to do this business while raising children or working a full-time job or whatever else it is that you do. Now, it does take discipline and consistency, and I want to share that with you as we go along. All right, I hope you guys have a great, great morning. I will be back in a few hours to give you a little more information about the company and what we actually do as a coach. But I want to know that you've watched the video, so comment, watched. If you're listening to the replay, comment, replay, and introduce yourself and tell me a little bit about you and what interests you in joining this company. All right, hope to talk to you guys later. Have a great morning. Bye, everybody.